Hello, everyone, and thank you for being here. Today, we're actually going to be talking about what to expect when filing your Shopify store's income taxes in 2025, but for the year 2020. We'll cover changes you might anticipate in the tax landscape, the key forms you'll need for your reporting period, strategies to maximize deductions for your 2024 expenses, and best practices to ensure you're fully prepared when filing deadlines roll around in 2025. As we start, I want to share a quick verse that sets the tone for the preparation. In Proverbs, we read, it says that prepare your work outside, get everything ready for yourself in the field, and after that, build your house. So just as this verse encourages thoughtful preparation before building, we definitely want to and should approach our 2024 taxes with the same careful planning. So by the time we file in 2025, we're ready to move forward confidently. My name is Jacob Curtis. I am a CPA, a certified Profit First professional, and a business coach. I started Curtis Accounting Solutions to remove the stress of doing the bookkeeping, payroll, and taxes, and to provide practical business advice that helps Shopify store piece together their financial freedom. I'd love to hear your thoughts and questions on today's episode, so please leave a comment below. And remember to like, share, follow, and subscribe. Let's begin by looking and examining at what we might expect for your 2024 tax return that we'll file in 2025. So the federal tax environment can shift from year to year, and while we don't always know every detail yet, we should by this time of year. It's possible that marginal tax rates, standard deductions, and certain business credits could be adjusted slightly for that tax year. For example, if you have a net of $100,000 from your Shopify store in 2024, the corporate tax rate or personal tax rates, if you're a sole proprietor or C Corp owner, could change just by a percentage or two. That could mean a difference of $1,000 or $2,000 in taxes. Well, this doesn't happen very often. Being aware of potential changes allows you to plan for your expenses, investments, and savings more effectively during 2024. So you're not caught off guard when we're in early 25. So stay informed throughout the year. And remember that good preparation is the key to a less stressful filing season. So for the 2024 tax year, the forms you're going to need to file really depend on your business structure. Sole proprietors and single member LLCs report their income on a Schedule C on your personal tax return on your personal 1040. Partnerships and multi-member LLCs will file Form 1065, and they will be provided a K-1 to the partners that will eventually flow onto the partner's personal tax return. And then S corporations file Form 1120S, and again are also issued a K-1 to their shareholders, which will flow through to their personal returns. And then C Corps file Form 1120. They're the only entity here that actually pays its own tax. Some of you might think of it as a double tax, actually. Another thing to be aware of is that if you process payments through Shopify, you're likely to receive a 1099-K that you'll receive probably in January, if you surpass the reporting thresholds for the year. So for example, if your 2024 gross receipts through Shopify total $50,000, that scheduled 1099-K that you're going to get received should match that. You want to ensure that your own records align with what the 1099-K has to really prevent any discrepancies and potential IRS inquiry. As a side note, partnerships and multi-member LLCs and S Corps are all due on March 15th, whereas sole proprietors, single-member LLCs, and C Corporation tax returns are due April 15th. So mark those deadlines now to avoid the panic later so that we can plan ahead and keep this on track. Accurate 2024 records are the backbone of a smooth filing. So make sure that you have a separate personal and business expenses. If you spend $5,000 on inventory in 2024, you want to make sure you have a dedicated business account for those things from your personal funds. I actually recommend using the Profit First cash management method to help you separate out those funds and manage the cash flow of the business. But it also is good practice to make sure your personal funds do not mix with your business funds. Number two, you want to track your COGS. This is paramount. Suppose you sell about 2,000 units at $50 each for a total of $100,000 in revenue last year. Each unit cost you $20. Your COGS then would be $40,000, leaving you with a $60,000 gross profit, which is pretty good. Now, proper tracking ensures you don't overpay taxes on your inflated profits. And then finally, you want to do a monthly reconciliation. Compare your Shopify sales reports to your bank statements each month to see and make sure that you're not missing any sales or anything like that. If you see a $10,000 in sales for the month of June, but you only have $9,500 in deposits, you really need to reconcile those promptly to clarify any fees or refunds or anything like that. Doing this consistently makes the year-end calculations for 2024 much, much easier and simpler, and whoever your tax preparer is will really appreciate that. To minimize your 2024 tax liability, you want to carefully document and claim all of your eligible deductions and credits. Those things include things like advertising, shipping costs, software subscriptions that are all typically used and are deductible throughout the year. So if you spend $10,000 in ads, that's a direct reduction in your taxable income. So you want to make sure you have that. If you use your home office as a home office, you may be eligible for the home office deduction. So suppose your home office is 10% of your overall home square footage, and your home expenses, rent, utilities, internet, total $24,000 for the last year. You might be able to deduct up to $2,400 in home office deduction expenses. And then finally, think about through your retirement contributions through the business. If you've been contributing to an IRA through the business or through a traditional IRA or anything like that, make sure that you can have those documents prepared, that you've got those properly aligned in your business accounts so that you're prepared to be able to reduce your taxable income by whatever contribution you have. So if you've contributed $10,000 to a retirement account and your effective tax rate is 20%, making sure that you put that on your tax return could end up with about $2,000 in tax savings. So again, just planning and documenting your expenses throughout the year will be ideal. If you haven't done that yet, now's the time to do that so you're not scrambling come those deadline times. While federal taxes are often top of mind, don't overlook those state income taxes as well. If you operate in multiple states during 2024, each state may actually require you to pay into there and file a state tax return, income tax return. So for example, if your net profit in 2024 was $100,000 and a portion of your income is attributed to a state with a 5% income tax rate and another state with a 6% income tax rate, you want to make sure that you're properly allocating and reporting income by state, which could save you hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Again, Profit First can help manage and give you a big help here as you're managing that cash flow. But a little planning, again, it helps avoid some big surprises in 2025 and helps you meet those requirements and making sure that you're reporting. And Shopify should be able to help you distinguish sales by state too. To prevent a big tax bill in April, consider making quarterly estimated payments. In fact, if you expect to owe at least $1,000, it's typically required that you make estimated tax payments. Now, we're already through the year, so the last tax payment you can make is through January 15th for the fourth quarter. So if you think you're going to be needing to owe more than $1,000, I would recommend paying that before January 15th and then making sure you've reconciled that estimated tax payment in July. So if you're projecting a $60,000 net income for the year and your tax rate is an effective 25%, you're going to owe about $15,000. In theory, you should have been paying about $3,750 each quarter to make that more manageable, so you don't have a big lump sum due at the time your taxes are due. Even better, setting aside that $1,250 per month ensures that you have the funds available and are ready to use at those quarters, deadlines, and at the end of the year. Again, the Profit First method really helps with that and make sure that we're saving for that tax season. So by monitoring your income throughout the year, you'll be able to have a good idea of what your taxes are going to be. And it's a good idea to do it. If you haven't for 2024, it's a great idea to do it in the coming year. And finally, a trusted CPA like myself or somebody else can save you time, stress, and money. For instance, if you're unsure about how to classify some expenses, a $5,000 influence marketing expense, a CPA or bookkeeper can help you do that and tell you exactly what to do so that you are confident going into 2025. Now, there's also other things that CPAs and other experts can help you with are running scenario analysis and helping you choose the right entity structure or confirm that your record-keeping methods are on point and accurate. This proactive approach pays off for itself and allows you to really focus on other parts of the business and help you grow your Shopify store throughout the year. As we wrap up, let's think back to that verse: prepare your house outside, get everything ready for yourself in the field, and after that, build your house. The year is your field, the place where you lay your groundwork. By meticulously tracking your income, documenting your expenses, planning estimated taxes, seeking your guidance, you'll be ready to build your house or to file the taxes in 2025. very confidently. So if you have any questions or need assistance with managing your company's finance, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. I'm here to help you find financial freedom in your store. So schedule a call with me by scanning the QR code on the screen or going to jacobcurtiscpa.com/7-Shopify-mistakes-calendar to get started. You can also just click the pinned link in the comments below. And remember again to follow me, Jacob Curtis CPA, Curtis Accounting Solutions, on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and YouTube. Thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you soon.